Hi Marion, and those skies have been, well, creating some records. For example, the extreme heatwave that we had over the last week brought us 7 consecutive days over the 30-degree mark for the first time in a September. So that's never happened before. We do now have, though, a cool down in our weather, with cooler air arriving behind this slow-moving front that will trickle its way southwards. And by the time we get to the middle part of the week, those temperatures will be quite a bit lower. I say lower, they'll actually be quite close to average for the time of year, but certainly a long way away from the heat that many of us had last week, of course. Now today, we still have some warm, if not hot weather across East Anglia, South East England, with hazy spells of sunshine, whereas the northwest of the UK, we've got some thicker cloud and outbreaks of rain, and it's already starting to turn cooler behind.
Good afternoon. Finally, the end of the heat wave is in sight. Having said that, still feeling fairly warm this afternoon. We've still got that sticky, muggy air mass, so a humid feel, but on the whole, staying largely dry with plenty of sunny spells.
We've got to get off Harry and now talk about the weather. Is it swimming weather or is it sheep herding weather?
Oh, I think we're moving on to the sheep herding weather. I mean, it's still quite warm. Actually, today was beautiful. Compared to last week when I was melting, I thought today was really rather lovely. Getting a little bit colder as we go through the next few days. But I mean, the temperature's still a little bit above average for the time of year. But we are looking at getting a bit of rain tomorrow. And then maybe it's actually quite heavy downpours, but then it calms down a bit from Wednesday to Friday. Let's handle the weekend as it gets closer. Here we go. Here's the forecast. Hello again. I hope you're keeping well and had a good day. Look, this little nightjar looks like it's thoroughly enjoyed the hot weather. But I'm afraid for those who love it, it is not as hot or humid over the next few days. I'm quite relieved. We have got some showers around tomorrow, possibly some heavy ones, but they are hit and miss. And then from Wednesday through to Friday, there's quite a lot of dry and fine weather around.
And Ben, the hot weather is gradually on its way out.
Yes, gradually, Fiona. But for some, there's still going to be a bit of humidity lingering, particularly across southeastern parts of England. Today, temperatures got up to 26 Celsius in places. No, not a continuation of that run of 30-degree days, but still some quite humid air. And while for most of us, as you can see from this air mass sequence, fresher air works down from the north, some of that humidity is going to try to linger across southern and southeastern parts. Temperatures 16 to 21 degrees for most of us. And then for the end of the week, there is some rain in the forecast. But notice those temperatures in the south still well up into the 20s. That warmth and humidity struggling to clear from southern parts, Fiona.
OK, well, after a scorching September weekend, let's see how this week is shaping up. Georgie's here. Hiya.
Hi, Iris. Thank you. Well, not great weather if you are a sheep. I'm sure it must be very hot at the moment. We're going to hold on to that hot and humid air mass for a little bit longer here in the capital. It's been a very warm day today, highs of 27 Celsius. What a great place to cool off walking along the towpath at Teddington Lock. By Friday, we'll have another low developing over the Bay of Biscay. Now, that's going to mean we're going to draw in mild air from the continent once again and make things more unsettled. So Thursday and Friday, a little bit warmer, sunshine and showers. And for the weekend, changeable and unsettled. I think something feeling a little bit more like December.
Actually, temperatures will be getting closer to average for the time of the year as we get towards the middle part of the week. Now, we still did have warm sunshine across East Anglia and South East England. Temperatures still reached, 26 degrees or so in places, whereas across the northwest of the UK, we had thicker cloud and outbreaks of rain from our weather front. And it's the front that will bring a change to cooler weather. For Scotland and Northern Ireland, Thursday is a blustery day, a day of sunny spells and showers. And then as we get through Friday, more especially into the weekend, looks like we'll see more rain across southern portions of the UK, but the weather a bit more uncertain in the north.
And it has certainly been a hot topic of conversation, hasn't it, in the last few days? But it's all coming to an end.
Yes, it really has been a hot topic. That's exactly the right way to describe it. Welcome to beautiful Kensington Palace, where it really has mercifully been a lot cooler here today than it was over the last few days. But just a few miles down the road at Kew Gardens, they recorded 33.2 degrees on Saturday. Bearing in mind we're in mid-September, I'd fairly confidently say that that's going to be our warmest day of 2023. But it's not just the southeast that have been affected by this very, very hot weather. Wide widely. Really, over the last week or so, we've seen temperatures everywhere rising around 8 to 10 degrees above average by day. Some tropical nights in there as well, and that's when temperatures overnight don't drop below 20 degrees. So hot and steamy for sleeping, and as you say, a new UK record as well. We have officially recorded 7 consecutive days when the UK maximum temperature has hit at least 30 degrees. The previous record for September was a run of just 3 days, and that was all the way back in 1911, more than 100 years ago. And of course, now it's time for what we call the thundery breakdown. Let's have a look at this amazing footage. We have the spherics chart here, and we had more than 35,000 lightning strikes yesterday, and with that, torrential rain. Some areas recorded more than a month's worth of rain in just a few hours. Not ideal conditions for the Great North Run, or should that be the Great North Swim? Let's just say it all added to the fun. And certainly over the next 24 or so hours, many parts can expect to see more torrential rain and rumbles of thunder. Let's have a look at the detail then in the full forecast. So we move now from the hot, sultry, dry conditions to something rather more changeable. Not awful, just more changeable and seasonal. We've got showers and outbreaks of rain expected over the next few days. Mostly fine, I think, for many around midweek. Temperatures returning to around average for the next couple of days, but some chilly nights, which I think probably is quite good news. Now, I know I said that I'm fairly confident that we've seen our warmest day of the year so far. Having said that, there is the potential for something warm once again returning to the southeast, with thunder again at the end of the week. It ain't boring.
Never. Becky, thank you.